What's up, YouTubers? Hardworker12 with you here. Gonna review a 2020 Honda HR-V EX. This is a small sport utility vehicle that I don't have a whole lot of experience with, but we're gonna check it out today. We're gonna measure out the cargo space. We're gonna see how my big behind fits in the car. We're gonna look at the features and amenities, and we're gonna take it for a test drive. Let's go.
Width of the rear cargo opening, 43.5 inches. Height of the rear cargo opening, 33 inches. Length of the rear cargo area to the bottom of the back seat with the back seat up, 31.5 inches. Length to the top of the back seat with the back seats folded down, 62 inches. Maximum internal height of the cargo area, 36 inches, 3 feet. Minimum width of the internal cargo area, 39.5 inches. Height of the load floor off of the ground, 26.5 inches. Now for passenger room, I like to use myself as a measuring stick. I'm 6'5" and approximately 300 pounds. So let's see if I can get in this beauty and sit behind myself. Okay, so here's the deal. I fit pretty fine in the front. The way I have the seat adjusted, I could move it back a little bit more, but you can see my knees are not touching the dash, and I have enough headroom in the front. My problem in the back is not necessarily leg room, because I can get my knees in behind the seat, but it's headroom. My head is touching the ceiling. This is classy camera work. As you can see, that's not going well. But I'm 6'5", and the way my body is proportioned, my torso is longer than my legs. So if you were a regular sized person, you could totally sit behind me in this car. So for such a cute little ute, I would say the interior passenger room of the HR-V is very good. Let's have a look at some of the features and amenities on the EX model. All right, so sitting in the HR-V EX, the MSRP on this particular vehicle is a very reasonable $25,065. And I must say, you get a pretty good amount of equipment for that. The EX does give you the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto. It gives you a moonroof so you can see the moon. It gives you automatic climate control, electronic parking brake with the auto brake hold, which is nice. You do get push button start with the keyless access. The HR-V still gives you an analog speedometer. You have a digital tachometer, but it kind of looks analog. And then there's my fuel gauge. This car's only got 7 miles on it. Of course, Honda's sensing safety system comes standard. So you've got the forward collision alert, the emergency braking, the lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control. Those are all nice things to have. Bluetooth, of course, is standard. Let's see, what do I have here? Partition off a cup holder. That's a little strange way to do it, but appears like it would work. And then hidden down here, we've got a couple of USB ports and a power outlet. So kind of an interesting place to put that, but you could just put your phone out of the way and let it charge and get on your way down the road. Material quality, not super strong. The dashboard's kind of cheap plastic. This is a little nicer soft touch, this piece right in the front of the dash. The cloth on the seats is fine. I mean, this is a $25,000 car, so it's not super luxury. You have an extremely long air vent on the passenger side there. But overall, pretty nice interior. Good features, especially for the price point. So let's get this puppy dog out on the road and see how she drives. All right, so driving the HR-V. And a question you might have is, how much power does that car have? And the answer to that question is not very much. We are running a 1.8 liter VTEC 4-cylinder with 141 horsepower. And yeah, it doesn't have a ton of power, doesn't have a ton of torque. It does fine, it gets you down the road, but it is not what I would describe to be a fast car. The ride is pretty decent. It's a little stiffer than the CR-V, which makes sense because this is a smaller car with a shorter wheelbase, but it's still pretty well controlled. The steering feels fine. I think the steering probably feels a little better than the CR-V as far as its directness with the road. You do have kind of the feeling that you're driving an SUV. You know, that's something that a lot of people are really going for, and they might step up and spend a few thousand more on this than they would for a Civic to feel taller on the road. And I'm here to tell you, it does give you that feeling. Even though it is a small SUV, when you're behind the wheel looking out, you do feel higher off the ground. And that's the feeling that a lot of people are going for these days. So in that regard, if you're looking for a high riding car, but you don't want a big car, this will definitely serve that purpose for you. If you're looking for a car that's fast in a straight line, you might want to look elsewhere. But if you don't have, super high expectations for what the acceleration will be, then you may do fine with an HR-V. All right, we're gonna take this thing up my little hill here with my 141 horsepower. That's 30. That's 35. I've only got my foot about halfway down on the gas, obviously because there's traffic, and this is a brand new car. I'm not trying to redline the engine for the eventual owner. They can do that themselves. But yeah, not a ton of power on tap to get up that hill, I have to say. You know, if you live in an area with a lot of hills or fast speeds on the highway or something that you really need to have, I don't know, this might not be the best car for you. But if you need to make U-turns illegally in the middle of an intersection, it's definitely worth a look. I'm going to give you the view coming down the hill here. Look at this. That is the Pacific Ocean, my friends. This is just, honestly, not a bad day. Get to drive around some brand new Hondas, beautiful scenery. Can't complain. This is a nice car. Like I said, the ride height feels nice from behind the wheel. Like you feel high up. And the ride's pretty good, the steering's pretty good. The acceleration is a little lackluster, I have to say. But I'm not in the market for a car like this anyway. One thing it does have, I'm currently about to make a right turn, so I have my right turn signal on, and this still has the kind of old school Honda thing of the camera on the passenger side rear view mirror that turns on when you put your right turn signal on. And then it shows what the camera sees on the screen. So it's kind of like a little bit of a low-tech blind spot monitoring system, because it just uses a camera instead of the actual radar sensors that the blind spot monitoring uses. And that's been a Honda thing for a while. Hondas and Acuras have had that. I feel like they're going away from it, but I do kind of still like it, and this car still has it. So, yeah, that's something it's got. So anyway, I'm going to get this beauty back to the lot and finish this sucker off. All right, everybody, so that is my review of the Honda HR-V EX for 2020. Thanks again to my friends at Ocean Honda of San Juan Capistrano. Be a link to their website in the description. If you're in Southern California, you're looking for a new car, hit them up. I'm Hardworker12. Thanks for watching. As always, please like and subscribe. and have yourselves a beautiful day, evening, morning, whatever time it is, in whatever part of the world you are. Thanks again. Bye-bye.